let's talk about accountability here, system reliability and monitoring. So who then monitors the banks? Who ensures if this works, the money goes to the central bank? Listen, the argument before today was, if I pay tax,
Yes.
I need to see my tax at work. I need to get services from the government. I need to see roads. I need to see hospitals and bridges. But the argument today is even different. Today is, how do I ensure that this money actually goes to the central bank? Because there are banks in between now as intermediary, which is not necessary in the first place. So a question of fraud, a question of reliability, systems and monitoring, all these rises, no?
Before that,
Yes.
before we talk about about the trust between the government and private banks and central banks,
Yes.
which is questionable, as Professor Yahi mentioned.
Yes.
Here is the capacity and the infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah, does the government or central bank has the capacity to monitor effectively the implementation of this tax collection, which is illegal, as the professor
Yes.
said. So the capacity of monitoring, the trust, and also the capacity of infrastructure, all of this the government lacks.
Okay.
So we are entering an era of random collection, and presumably I think that the government wants a quick money, just to cover the gap between the budget and the revenues, and what is
the
coming
Minister
from.
of Finance disagrees with you.
What he
The
said.
Minister of Finance, Behi, is saying the government has a system in place to collect that's reliable, that's integrated, and that's foolproof. Let's listen to the Minister.
Yes.
in cashuuraha ka dhasha iibka ama dhaqdhaqaaqyada iibka ee sida elektrooniga ama sida danabaysan u dhaca ha noqdaan kuwa ka dhaca moobilada adeegyada moobiladu bixiyaan ama ha noqdaan kuwa ka dhaca waladyada iyo kuwa ka dhaca maxaan ku dhahdaa marjanada intaba cashuur kasta ama meel kasta oo dhaqdhaqaaq iib ama gadasho ka dhaco oo hanaanka ku dhaca inay dawladdu hadda yeelatay system iyo hanaan casri ah oo lagu dabagalo lagula socdo lagu qiimeeyo lagu goosto cashuurta in ay si buuxda noogu hirgashay.
Yes, gentlemen, is that accurate? Let's begin with that.
Yes.
Is that information accurate?
I think that information is not accurate.
So the minister's lying.
But what I say, let me say it in another way.
Okay.
He's talking about a limited thing.
Okay.
That is confined to mobile money and point of sales and
But that's where the
digital
5%
money.
sales tax levy is on.
Yes. So he might have that system.
Okay.
But that is constitutes about 5 or 7% of the money circulation in the country. So he doesn't have a system that covers all the what we called before the business circulation in the country.
Yes.
He's talking about what limited thing, that's the banks and their services,
Yeah.
which he transformed them into tax collectors. But let us say, the government, we know politically that government has limited capacity
Yes.
to govern all of the country.
Yes.
Now, this system,
Yeah.
maybe we can say we will be applied in South Central Somalia.
We'll come to the coverage of that. Prof, is this information by the Minister of Finance accurate?
This is beyond my knowledge.
Okay.
I resigned from Minister of Finance in 1984.
You resigned from Minister of Finance in 1984.
I was director of some lower staff of director,
Yes.
and I was a university graduate
Yes.
at that time.
At the
I think at that time even the minister was not bound.
Okay.
I was
Possibly.
twice board of central bank.
Okay.
To my knowledge,
Yeah.
this is not possible.
It's not possible.
This, to my knowledge,
Yes.
maybe something that I cannot imagine, some miracle
Yes.
can happen. But to my knowledge,
Yes.
this is not possible at this particular time.
Okay.
You know, and if you look the budget, there is something that misleads the people.
Okay.
They say this amount of money comes as aid from international community.
Yes.
Okay, Somali, this is domestic revenue.
Yes.
It's written.
Yeah.
There is no domestic revenue in this country at all.
No domestic
Why
revenue.
no domestic revenue? Why don't they say the truth? Why don't they say Mogadishu revenue? because they need to get revenue from any other place.
Yes.
Why they hide the? Why don't you respect those who pay this money?
Yes.
Instead of saying domestic, when you say domestic, it's from Zaila to Afmadu,
Correct.
and the money come only from Mogadishu.
Yes.
Why don't you say international aid like that? This percentage is from Mogadishu revenue, because the ministry do not get any revenue from another
Let's
place.